We're living in an increasingly globalized society whereby the power of global brand and product and even the environments for which they're sold seems to challenge local cultural identity and heritage. Lovely. So what impact does globalization have on the built environment? And what does it tell us of the culture of a place like Singapore? The Marina Bay Financial District seems to be a symbol to Singapore's arrival as a global financial centre. These gleaming skyscrapers that seem to reach for the sky, though, seem to be almost as ubiquitous as the business suit. Is this really a symbol of Singapore's architectural identity? And yet a stone's throw away we have Boat Quay and Clark Quay, symbolic of colonial trading Singapore, whereby these live-work shop houses provided an opportunity for traders to go down onto the Singapore River. Is this more telling of the cultural identity and heritage of Singapore? Or is it this, the Marina Bay Sands? It's effectively a palace to entertainment and leisure. It's made up of 3 hotel towers, a convention centre, a retail mall, a theatre, an art science museum, and it's crowned by a 1.2 hectare sky park, which is equivalent to lining 4 jumbo jets nose to tail. Does this not suggest Singapore's coming of age as a destination and not just as a stopover? What about this Grand Dame of Singapore? This imposing colonial structure was formerly the Supreme Court, but today it has been adaptively reused to become the National Gallery of Singapore, a building that firmly puts Singapore on the map in terms of creating a world-class cultural destination. Is this telling about the cultural preservation and heritage of Singapore's architecture? For me, Singapore appears to be shrugging off its image as a sterile and characterless built environment and beginning to come into its own. For me, it's a bit like kueh lapis, an indigenous cake to Southeast Asia. What we find here is each individual layer painstakingly created, not too dissimilar to the built environment of Singapore, each layer of history telling a tale of boom and bust. Whether colonial shop houses that speak of its time as a colonial entrepot, or the palaces of pleasure, or the steel and glass towers of the financial district, or the coming of age of an art scene, the built environment maps Singapore's economic transformation and progression. And like the layer cake, each individual element provides a rich flavour which we can enjoy as a collective experience.